advise my brothers, myself first, and my brothers and my sisters, secondly, to think about on this blessed day, Yawm al-Jum'ah, to think about one of the issues of the matters or the issues of Iman in the last day. That issue is the sirat, the bridge, the Jafar, the bridge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will place over the hellfire. The bridge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala points to in the Quran, in Surah Al-Maryam, stating that there is none amongst you but he or she must pass over it. The bridge that is described in the Sunnah, in the Ahadith of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that it is a slippery bridge that has upon it hooks, that it is as thin as a hair and as sharp or as slippery as a sword, that this bridge, everyone must walk up on it or run up on it or pass over it by some means or another. And this bridge is up over the hellfire. When we speak about matters of Iman of this nature, or matters of Iman, or matters of Islam of any nature, I should say, we must understand that they are not allegorical, that it is from the way of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and the way of his Sahaba Ridwanullahu alayhim ajma'een. It is from their way to accept what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states as a haqiqah, a reality, and to take it on its zahir, on its apparent meaning, unless there is some daleel from the Quran or from the Sunnah that takes it away from that which is zahir. So therefore, the bridge is a reality and is a physical bridge for which the believers and the fujjar and the creation that Allah Ta'ala has brought into existence from men and jinn would have to pass over. And there will be those who will be successful. And the people will pass the bridge in accordance with the level of Iman and in accordance with that aspect of Iman which is Amal Salih, righteous actions. For we know that Iman is what we state upon our tongue and what we believe in our hearts and what we carry out as righteous actions. People will pass this bridge based upon their Iman, based upon their righteous actions. Some will pass it with the blinking of an eye. The time that it takes one of us to wink an eye, they will pass it at that speed. Some will pass it as riding upon a fast horse. The time that it would take a fast horse to cover that distance. Some will struggle. Some will run, pass it running. Some will walk, and some will crawl. And some will slip, be grabbed by those hooks, and thrown into the abyss. to the depths of the hellfire. May Allah protect us from all of us from that. And this is the reality that we should not forget. But I say that it is a reality that many times we do forget. And the proof that we forget it is our actions. And the proof that we forget it is the manner in which we conduct our affairs, what we give priority to. Whether we give priority to loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and loving the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and believing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and carrying out the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and following the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, doing what is ordered and leaving what is forbidden. If this is our priority, then it means that we have understood or at least reflected upon the fact that we will have to pass over that bridge over the hellfire. This or that bridge, along with many other matters of the day of judgment, the Muslim should be informed of and should know and should believe in, and his or her life should be in accordance to that belief. Another factor about this bridge that Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah Rahimullah mentions in his tafsir of the surah that we recite at least 17 times a day, Surah Al-Fatiha, he says that when we say, or when we ask, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, guide us to the straight, or on the straight path, that this path in this world is as defined in the book of Allah Ta'ala and the Sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as understood and applied by the Salaf Salih, and is the collections of beliefs and actions in this world, that sirat becomes physical in the hereafter. And therefore that is that bridge over the hellfire. And how we are upon that bridge in this life is how we will be upon that bridge in the hereafter. You find some people fixed and firm upon the bridge in this life, doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered them, staying away from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden, sticking to the Sunnah Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as much as they are able. You find them strong in their iman, and you find them strong in their righteous actions, not looking down on any